Alrighty then, we are fixing to make the easiest recipe in the world. Mine is going in a real, as they like to say, crock pot or slow cooker. If you're a beginning cook and you have trouble getting pork chops tender, even though they may be like these, center cut, this is a no-fail recipe. When I used to work a full-time job, I would put this in the morning before I went to work on low. So it's dead easy. I've got center cut boneless pork chops. I'm gonna season them well and I'm gonna sear them really well in my cast iron skillet in some bacon grease. I wanna lock in all those juices. Then in this bowl, I have mixed up a thing of cream cheese, an envelope of Italian dressing, a cream of chicken soup, a cream of celery soup, and at the end, I'm gonna pour over the pork chops in there, my own turkey stock from 2019. Alrighty, so I've seasoned my chops with seasoned salt, black pepper, garlic powder. To sear these, we need this to be very hot when we drop these in. So you can test it. Yep. So you get that nice sizzle. I have a fan on over your head. I do not plan on catching my skillet on fire today. And I'm choosing to use bacon grease because my cast iron skillet loves it. And you know, they're both from the pig family. And I'm using one of my smaller burners on my propane burner. So I'll come back when I show you when I flip them over how brown you want them. Because we're layering these in the bottom of our crock pot or slow cooker before we put the other stuff over it. This ain't hard, this is easy, and we serve this over a pasta. Many new cooks are afraid to get something really hot. I've got my fan on. If it gets smoky, right? If I have to, I can move this completely off the burner, right? If I get afraid. But let's say the unmentionable happens, have a lid that you can smother that with. And all I would do is move it this way over it. So please don't be afraid that you're gonna do something wrong or catch something on fire. I'm gonna turn. So this one in the center is where we want it, with a very nice browning or sear on it. Of course, that's over the center of the burner. This one has more to go. I can move this to the side. So I'm gonna come back after I have these seared and we have them in the bottom of our crock pot. Easy peasy. If I can do it, you can do it. I ain't nothing but a mouse. Alrighty, so there is our 5 chops set in the bottom that were seared. Do not skip the searing. You'll be eating cardboard. Now we begin the unceremonious, non-butamus dump of our soups. I like never fail things when I was a new cook because center cut pork chops were not cheap. They're actually very hard to find now and of course more expensive. But this is, I think, $5 worth of pork chops. We're in a different time in May of 2021, people. If you were waiting for prices to go back to what they were, you're gonna starve to death, okay? Things just are what they are. Let me get a spoon. Because I do not waste things. I'm gonna get every bit. I've got this on low because it's gonna cook all day. Ha! My husband just told me I can only catch 2 redfish. He must not be in the mood. Because one day I got 5. Brother was tired and he was hot. All right. Remember, we've still got to add, in my case, turkey stock. You could add bone broth. Whatever you want. Turkey stock is what I've got because this stuff is gorgeous. Look at that. Oi. Oh, there's some pork chops laying down there looking foolish. So in a bowl, we mix 6 tablespoons of melted butter, a can of cream of chicken, 8 ounces of of cream cheese that was softened, 1 cream of celery soup, and 1 envelope of Italian dressing seasoning. You can make that yourself. You can do 2. I find that too potent. I like to use my own seasoning. And then we put 1 pint of chicken broth. If you find this is looking dry, then you would add some more chicken broth, or in my case, turkey stock, that home canned. So hello, crock pot people. This is a real crock pot. Don't zing me for saying crock pot pork chops when I used a slow cooker, because they will come for you, okay, and zing your channel. I ain't having it. Crock pot, authentic. Alrighty then, I have taken my pork chops out, and I just use a hand whisk and whisk together all these ingredients. You could, when you mixed your soups and stuff in the bowl, you could take literally an electric mixer. That's too hard for me, so I'm just gonna do that. And I've also rehydrated some dehydrated pasta, because this is not a huge meal. It's not a huge amount. They are like spaghetti sauce or something, so I don't want to cook much pasta. So I'm going to drain that, and let's make a plate and see how it is. So I rehydrated some pasta in a Pyrex that I get very hot in the microwave, and then I put my pasta in this, my dehydrated pasta, and then I add boiling water from a proper kettle, and that water is hot. It's about 3 to 5 minutes, and you have rehydrated yourself whatever type pasta that you have. If it's bow tie pasta, something a little thicker, it can take 5 to 7 minutes. So we're gonna give this a try. I added some peas to the top that I have left over, and that sauce is quite good. Oh yeah. Now check out our pork chop. That is not dry, and it is cooked through. Because remember, pork, you want to be very careful. I'm willing to spend money on center cut, but I need to know and have a tried and true recipe that lets me know it will be tender. I used to pan fry pork chops with the bone in, and even center cut have not been very tender. So I like a recipe like this, and you could do it with a bone. It's just going to take up more room. That I know it's going to be tender, and it was money well spent. I'm hungry. I'm going to eat. I hope you have a great day.